What's going on, Brian? We got Caleb here. A little impromptu live stream. Better behave yourself. Oh, man. I know I'm late. Everyone's already got their iPhone Air reviews out. Their iPhone 17 Pros have been used for 2 weeks. I got mine on Saturday. I have a whole bag of stuff here. I've just been waiting to unbox. And so I wanted to unbox it and review it and start making videos, but I felt like it was so anticlimactic. I have like this whole bag full of stuff. And I wanted to like unbox it with some people and have some first impressions before I just launched into like all these reviews, which maybe I should have just done. But in any case, I decided to wait, and I've been waiting to do a live stream, and then it just took me a while to get the whole live stream stuff fixed up. So here we are. So here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go through this whole bag and just unbox absolutely everything, doing some just first impressions. I have actually not seen a whole lot in person of the iPhone 17 Pro or of the iPhone Air. I have seen it. I went to the Apple Store, so I kind of like peeked. But I also have the tech woven case in here. I also have the smart strap in here. I also have the AirPods Pro 3. I have the Apple Watch Ultra 3. This is like probably like $4,000 worth of stuff in this bag. Is that not insane? So let's just hang out. I'm going to unbox the stuff. I'm trying something new today. I also have, let's see if this works. Let's see if it works. Hold on here. Hang on to your backsides. Okay. Give me a sec. Let's see if this works. I'm waiting for the camera to boot up. Boom! This is my desk view. So I know the mic stuff is in the way, but this is kind of like a dry run. We got Jeff Horn here. Or is it Hornet? I'm not sure. We got Ori Deckel. Please appreciate. I'm from Israel. Oh, Mike, it's 7 a.m. Oh, my goodness. Welcome. We got Caleb Berry's hanging out. The Real Society from Down Under. That's great. What should we start with, guys? Is the chat working? Let me know if you can hear me. My chat is actually not behaving the way it's supposed to. So let me see if I can get into the chat here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Eric, you know it. All right, should we start with the Air? All right. We're going to start with the Air. Okay. Got the Air right here. Man. I think this is the sleeper hit. I really do. I think this is the one to get. But there are some major caveats to that statement, and we can talk about that stuff now. Once the hounds are released, they can't go back. You should know that, David. So here we go. Let's pull the tab. I feel like I'm opening like Pokemon packs here. So let's go ahead and get this thing open without hurting my fingernail. And we're going to just look at it together and just marvel one down. Marvel together at the beauty of the iPhone Air. Now, for those of you in the chat, you got to tell me, what'd you buy? I need to know. We'll go ahead and just... Oh. Oh, man. Should we go into desktop mode? Here we go. Let's see if I can line this up. There we go. So... Oh my gosh. Holy moly. The videos do not do this any kind of justice. Just about how light it is and how absolutely, oh my goodness. Wait a second. Is this the blue? It is the blue. It looks white, doesn't it? It looks like it's white, but it's barely blue. It's Mom's minivan barely blue. That is an absolutely Beautiful phone. This might be the most beautiful phone that Apple's ever made. It might be. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Now, they say it's the thinnest phone they've ever made. That's actually not true because of the camera hump. Actually, they call this the plateau now, right? But the funny thing is like this is the actual phone. This plateau is the phone. And like, look at this. You can see how it just like blends in beautifully. God, they did such a good job. It's beveled, and so it's not showing up very well here. But it's almost like smoothly rolling into like the body of the phone. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this off. I hate it when people do this slow. I feel like that's so played out. So let me just get this piece off if I actually can get it off. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I cannot overstate just how light and beautiful this phone is. This is the one for so many reasons. I am a little worried about it getting overheated. I think that's going to be a problem, especially if you have the dark phone, because the titanium and the glass, they hold in a ton of heat. My iPhone 16 Pro, look at that stealth edition. It overheats all the time. I've tweeted about this. Overheats constantly. And that's going to be a big thing to watch out for, quite honestly. The other thing about this phone, and I made a whole video about this. You may not have seen it, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself here. No speaker on the bottom. Major omission. Major concession. You only get the one camera, so you get no macro. You get no telephoto. Those are both big things in my opinion. From all the reviews I'm seeing, the battery life is basically the same as the iPhone 16 Pro. So Apple nailed it, I think, in that regard. So you're not really making any huge sacrifices in battery life. But the difference in thickness between these phones, should I just take my case off? All right, let's do it. How do you do super chats? Dude, that's a great question. I actually don't know if I'm set up to do super chats yet, but thank you for offering. Oh my, just check this out. Look at the difference in thickness. So my phone, or on the left. Sorry, I'm trying to line this up. We've got my 16 Pro right here. iPhone Air right there. Look at that. Doesn't it? It literally looks like it's half the thickness. It's probably not quite. But the difference in weight between these two phones, dude, it's like night and day difference. Not to mention, I think that the screen of the Air might be the perfect size screen. I agonized over getting the Max, to be honest, because I love the size of the Max, but the Max is so unwieldy. You can't keep it in your jean pockets, especially if you wear jeans like mine. And it's also kind of hard to use one-handed, whereas, hold on, friends. I have a coat cloth around here somewhere. Coatcloth.co, coatcloth.co, if you haven't purchased one. Product I sell, and is like the absolute most premium grade way to clean all your devices. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can. I'm surprised there's anyone here at this time of night. Let's see. There we go. Look at this fluff action. You got business on one side, business on the other side. Dual pile action, powers through the grime on your keyboard and those hard to reach areas, the cracks and crevices of your life. And then you got the screen mode on the back. Great for little Yes, just check this out. See all those fingerprints on there? Let's just go ahead. Look at that. So what I was saying, I think that this size screen, the 6.3 inch, it actually might be the perfect size phone, to be honest with you. Because it's bigger, but it's still totally manageable. And you can use it one-handed still, I think. There we go. This is the sky blue, Mom's minivan sky blue. It kind of looks slightly purple in this light. Absolutely beautiful. And it almost looks like the caulk you have like around like your sink or your bathtub, like the way it kind of slowly drifts into like the shape of the plateau. You guys probably can't see that here. Look at that. Oh, you can. Look at that. Dude. So beautiful. That's right, David. All business all the time. Business in the front, business in the back. I somehow just put my phone into Russian mode, so that might end up being a problem for me. Maybe I'll have to move to Mother Russia. Guys, oh my gosh. Just like the lightweightness of this this phone. Absolute treat to use. I have a decision to make. So I bought both. You guys probably know that. I did buy the Pro. And I really don't know what I'm going to keep. I might keep both. That was actually my, I think, original intention to switch back and forth between the two. But I was like, that's just ridiculous. That's financial irresponsibility. I'm not MKBHD. I can't afford just to keep all my phones. But look how thin that is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's move on. That's going to be my go-to. I got to set that up here probably tonight. Let's keep it moving though. We got a lot of stuff to unbox here. This is great though. I'm glad that we're hanging out. I got the Pro. Probably not going to unbox the Pro tonight, to be honest with you. Oh man, look at that. See, I got the silver. I think that's a great looking phone too, if I'm being honest. Yeah, man. So, Brian, here's the thing. Oh, you got the 15 Pro. Yep. No reason to upgrade, honestly. No reason to upgrade. Although, I think there are going to be some... I mean, the design change, obviously, is a big one, which, for a lot of people, that's like one of the main one of the main reasons they upgrade. But you get the better battery life with this. Like, the battery life between this and the 15 and the 16, I think this is like 35% better from a battery life perspective. And you get the bottom speaker, you get the extra cameras, you get way better battery life than the Air. I mean, there's kind of like a short list of stuff that I would say are kind of make or break things. Should we unbox it? Should we go ahead? All right, well, you guys talked me into it. Let's just go ahead and do it. All right, let's pull this off. I wasn't going to do it, but there's no reason not to. Let's get the tab going. That not work? Ooh. Oh, my. Oh, my. Do I have this on the... you guys can't hear it. It's on my soundboard. I have to say, that is also strikingly beautiful. I've kind of been on a silver kick recently. I got the silver MacBook Pro, which matches my silver studio display. And I got a bunch of silver Apple stuff now. My favorite was space gray, to be honest with you. I would have space grayed everything. But when they moved to space black, I actually don't love space black. And I know I have the space black phone here. I like it fine, but it's just not really my favorite. I thought that the space gray was so much more beautiful and classy. This is just too dark for me. I like my meat dark, but maybe not this dark. So I'm going back to silver. I don't know what y'all are thinking with that orange. Absolutely not a chance. I'm not bringing that orange phone in my household. I've prohibited all Elijahs from having a... Ooh, that feels nice. Actually, I'm glad that we actually unboxed this because... Oh, see, that thing was stuck down on the Air. It's not stuck down here. It's actually easier to come off. Yeah, look at that. Oh, my goodness. That is also a strikingly beautiful design. And you get the aluminum body, which is going to cool off much easier than the titanium and the glass. And it won't constantly be overheating. They made this slightly thicker and slightly heavier. It's barely noticeable. But I have seen a lot of stories that the aluminum is very fragile, which of course, dude, it's aluminum. I mean, it's not steel. It's not titanium. Aluminum dents, scratches very easily. So I did pick up the tech woven case, which I have to admit. So I was in the Apple store, checked out some of the stuff. I think this year's cases are some of the best looking cases Apple has ever made. I still think that getting rid of the leather cases was kind of a mistake. Fine woven, obviously, massive blunder. Whoever approved that and gave that the thumbs up, I hope they were shipped to Siberia, back to Mother Russia, to freeze for the rest of their careers. But I got the black tech woven case. Now, I don't think that I've had my hands on this one yet, but I 100%, just by looking at this, like this design way more than tech woven. The texture on here has like a cool, like urban texture to it. It makes it a lot easier to hold on to too. And I like the uniform cut out for the actual phone. Should we slip it on? Should we slip into something more comfortable? Let's do it. Look at all these tabs. What did I just do? I have no idea. Oh, it just slides right out. Check it out. Yeah, man. So absolutely outrageously overpriced. This was $59. Now, I have to admit, I actually didn't pay full price for this stuff because I was able to get a discount from a dear friend, and so I paid less. But $59, even with the discount, I think it was like $45 or something. I forget what it was. Expensive for a case. $60 for this case? Not sure. But this is probably the first round of Apple cases that I have ever actually wanted to own. Oh man, it has the texture on the inside too. Look at that. I like that so much more than fine woven. So much more. Okay. Should we go ahead and slip this on? It's kind of a shame to hide the natural titanium, if I'm being honest. And typically I do bumper cases because I like to enjoy the natural beauty of my phone. Can you scratch the tech woven case with your fingernail like the massive disappointment case from last year? I don't know if you can. Should we try it? Dude, maybe we should try it. Can I get this thing on? Okay. Not a big lip on the front here. That doesn't actually look like it's all that protective. Here's the back. Dude, I think that looks good. They also had a green version that I thought would have actually maybe even looked better than the black on the silver. So one of the things I always look out for, right, is how much lip action do we get there to protect the lenses? I would say this is the bare minimum. Not a lot of lip action going there. But this phone feels absolutely magnificent in my hand. Yeah. Oh, ooh. Dude, it does look good, doesn't it? Let's do the buttons. Ready? Yeah. Feels great. They did a great job on the buttons. Yeah, man. I do like that a lot. This might be the play. This might be the go-to. What do you think, guys? Let me get the air back out. Where did I put my air? But here's the thing. So it's kind of maybe an unfair comparison here. I didn't get the bumper case, like Apple's bumper case, which is the first bumper case that we've seen from them in 10 years. I don't even know. And I think that would make a huge difference too. I love bumper cases. So this is the Rhino Shield crash guard. This is my iPhone 16 Pro Max or my 16 Pro. Why do I have to say that I have a Max? I don't. Let's see if I can put this in here. Absolutely love this case. Lets you enjoy the clear beauty of the phone, right? Front and back. And makes the phone easier to hang on to. I've dropped this phone so many times. But check out this lip action, man. This is where it's a make or break for people on these phones. Look how much lip, because the camera hump is just so huge that they had to make the lip on the back absolutely massive, which adds a lot of bulk to the phone. Well, I take that back. It does add some bulk to the phone. But you know what I have found is it actually gives me something to hold on to. I've almost dropped this phone before, and Bruce Willis sliding down a mountain in some kind of action movie, I was able to like dig my finger like into like this corner and catch it. So it just like it like hangs, and I actually have held on to it that way. And this has happened to me like 20 times. So in a way, I kind of like it. This one also has great button clicks. And so I know Apple has like their own bumper case that I actually, if I keep the Air and stick with it, I'm gonna almost certainly buy it because I love bumper cases. I do question how protective it is, but to be honest, guys, I am planning on buying the Apple Care One plan, $20 a month. I'm not really excited about spending $20 a month, but it covers all of my expensive equipment, my MacBook Pro, which is like a $4,000 machine, my iPhone, my iPad Air, and for $20 a month, and it includes theft protection on the phone and the iPad. I did the math. I'm like, this is actually a great video. In fact, I made a whole video on it on my channel if you haven't seen it. Oh yeah, it's almost at 7,000 views now. Wow, people just keep watching it. Dude, it's actually, for what Apple typically does, providing plans that they just jam stuff into of questionable value, I actually think that Apple Care One is a terrific value. And if you have multiple Apple devices, it's kind of the clear winner as far as protection goes. So anyway, I'm really going to miss this phone, to be honest with you. By the way, I'm selling this. It has Apple Care on it for another year. If you guys are interested, let me know in the chat. I'll probably just list it on Craigslist or something. Beautiful phone, but time to move on. But here we go. Let's see. Where'd the Air go? Look at this. People, a lot of tech nerds are bagging on the Air, man. I think it's a big mistake. I think that this phone is going to sell really super well because a lot of people don't care about what it's missing. All they're going to see is that it's beautiful. It has a big screen. It's super slim. It's easy to use one-handed, and it looks beautiful. This is probably the most beautiful phone that Apple's ever made. In fact, I declare it here. This is the most beautiful phone that Apple's ever made. And I think a lot of people are just going to buy it for that reason. Like, if you don't care about the lack of the extra cameras, the lack of LiDAR, oh no! The speaker thing, that's kind of a kick in the nards, if I'm being honest. But a lot of people aren't going to care about any of that stuff. And so they're going to go for this phone. By the way, how much would this phone have been if not for the tariffs? Like, they only raised the price of the 17 Pro. They didn't raise the price of the Max. But this phone almost certainly would have been cheaper. It's $1,000. I think it would have been $899 if not for the tariffs. It is what it is, though. Look at that. You can't even tell that it's blue here. Yeah. Yeah, it's some crazy lip action, Brian. It is. And this case is way sleeker and way svelter. You're not a fake Pro Max guy, right? I'm not even sure what that means. You're going to have to explain that to me. Are there fake Pro Max guys? So I'm going to use the Air exclusively for probably like the next week, and then I'm going to switch to the Pro. Guys, I think that the Pro is actually a close second from a beauty perspective. It really is. Wow. Let's get this back out. That is just an absolutely strikingly beautiful phone, I have to say. It's a really like dreamy, creamy colored silver. Look at that. Just making sure my camera's not about to overheat. Do you like my total janky way? I have like a tripod here to do this. You guys would not believe how long it took me to set this up. But it's actually working pretty well. Streaming in 4K for the first time ever, straight from the power of the Colt Commander, the PC that I built myself. This thing's an absolute beast. It's like 5 years old. I put a 4080 in it to give it new life, and it is just chugging, man. You can stream in 4K. It's unbelievable. I never even considered streaming in 4K. But we never would have streamed Coltcast in 4K because, you know, my co-hosts were practically using dial-up. That would never would have worked. Yeah. Yeah, man. It looks great. I don't know what Apple was thinking with the orange and the blue. I really don't. I saw them in the store, and my first thought was, I was 100% right. This is one of the most horrible colors I've ever seen. But here's the thing. The reviewers have to get hyped on it. They have to. because it's the new thing and they know that they'll get those delicious clicks. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't like it. I do not like it. But this, and aesthetic to me, is very high on the list. Very high on the list. It has to look good. It has to be something that I actually want to hold and use and gaze upon. Here we go. Look at that. Guys, this texture, let me see if I can, I know, I'm sorry, I'm going on and on about this. I should probably move on. It feels absolutely terrific. This is so much better than fine woven. By the way, your mom loves it when I rub her just like this. Yeah. It's on her hand, though. It's like, affection. Look at this. It feels good. It feels really good. I think this is the best case that Apple's ever made. I might pick up the green one as well. We'll see. Okay, should we move on? Let's move on. Man, I'm having fun. I'm so happy you guys are here. I wasn't sure if anyone would show up this late. It's like 5 a.m. in Europe. And I have a lot of people that engage with my content. I have people that like my content in Europe. And on the East Coast, it's 12:30. I have a lot of people on the East Coast. So, yeah, silver does go well with everything. Man, this is terrific. Okay. You have no idea how hard it was to not open the Apple Watch Ultra. Before we do that, I did it. I took one for the team. I spent $60. Well, I got a discount, so I guess it wasn't. On a nylon strap. A nylon strap. Should we open it? Let's open it. And here's what it does. You connect it to these little mounting points in the bottom of the phone. Now, when I bought this, I didn't really think very much about it. It was kind of like an impulse buy because I really wanted to try it. And to be honest, I kind of like not having the phone in my pocket. In fact, dude, I actually might keep this. I listen to podcasts a ton, and I listen to YouTube videos a ton when I'm just exercising and stuff. And actually, I do a lot of walking. I love to walk, man. I'll go walk 4 miles, 5 miles, sometimes 6 miles. And I keep my iPhone in my back pocket so that the audio blasts up my butt cheek, which is rock hard, so it's a great acoustic amplifier. And then I can hear it. But sometimes if you're wearing a jacket or something, it can be muffled. Now, that's obviously going to be a problem with the Air because the Air only has the speaker in the earpiece, which is, I think, one of the prime reasons why I may end up loving it and then returning it or getting rid of it. But here's the smart strap. And if you use this on your phone, you can keep it just slung around your body and you don't have to keep it in your pocket. I actually really like that. Now, I'll be honest, not going to look super tough doing this. Oh man, that is high quality. Wow. These mounting points feel great. And I think this makes way more sense on the Max, if I'm being honest. If you just have a Pro, I don't really know. It might be a little too dainty to do this. But, God, now I kind of don't want to get it out so I can make a full-on video about this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm actually gonna make a video about this, guys. A full-on video. I don't know if anyone's gonna want to watch it because I don't know if people want to watch videos about the accessories, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a full video about it. It'll probably get 200 views, but that's fine. Okay, smart strap. Try to catch up on the chat. Oh, David, man, I'm glad that you're up, man. You're in the East Coast. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I might start doing these more. I don't know. If I had done this earlier, there would have been a lot of people from the Cultcast, I think, who would have showed up to just talk about Cultcast and stuff, which I'm totally fine with. I have no problem talking about that at all. I'm super happy the guys are keeping it going. They're doing a great job. So happy Leander's back. I think they're building a vibe, which I love, and I haven't ruled out coming back by any means, so just so you know. But I'm also interested in just doing my own thing here. And maybe doing a live show just by myself, because if I get enough people in the chat to hang out, it's actually fun just to chat with you guys directly. And you can be my co-hosts. I'm actually really into that. Okay, what else do we got? Oh, picked this up. dudes. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot. Before we move on, I was thinking about making a video on this, but I am going to show you one of the greatest Apple Watch accessory hacks of all time. Now, what do I mean? I figured out a way to get legitimate Apple Watch straps. By the way, do you like my new strap? It's the Indigo version. Dude, I think the Alpine loops are, this is the Ultra one, by the way. I haven't unboxed the 3. I think the new straps, the Alpine straps, are some of like the most beautiful accessories Apple's ever made. I got this strap brand new. It's $100. Guess how much I paid for it? You'll never guess. You'll never guess. Actually, I've built it up so much, maybe you will guess. I'll just tell you. I paid $30 for it. Here's the hack. Should we look at it together? Let me pull it up. I'll show you what I'm doing. This is worth the price of admission. If you're watching this, or if you are watching the live stream or the replay, I'm going to show you what I did. And it is one of the greatest all-time hacks for getting great prices on Apple Watch straps that you'll ever hear. Ready? Let's see. Is my browser mode up? Let's see if I did it. Here we go. Okay. Yes, it is eBay. So people are getting the, here, let me do this. People, that's bad. Hold on. Here we go. People are, and by people, on eBay, are getting the straps that people return with the Apple Watches because you have 2 weeks to use it, right? So these people are returning, what are essentially brand new straps, and they are reselling them on eBay for an absolutely insane price. Look at this. $25. $25. Now, don't buy the $50 ones, and you can get them in like all different colors. I'm keeping my eye out for one of the tan ones because I really want one of the tan ones, and also one of the dark green ones. And they don't always stay in stock super long, so if you see one that you like, you kind of have to go for it. Now, they say that they're pre-owned, but dude, they're not pre-owned. They are pre-owned, but they're pre-owned by somebody who bought it from Apple and then returned it. Like the strap, all the straps. I have bought 4 in the last 2 weeks. They are all 100% brand new. 100% brand new. And I paid $25 for each of them. One of them, I think I paid $30. So that's a tip. And you can see like this guy is clearly getting them directly from Apple. He sold 150 of them so far. And so I got them in and I was like, is this too good to be true? It's not. The strap is absolutely brand new. And you can get 4 of them for the price of one from Apple. Who's spending $100 for an Alpine loop or any loop from Apple? And you can do this for, all of the different Apple Watch straps. They're all on there. So I'm building out my collection. At the last minute, I almost decided to get like the black Apple Watch Ultra, but I'd already purchased like all these like natural titanium ones, which I do say that I don't think they're knockoffs, man. I really don't think they are. Scotch Lobster from the chat saying there are knockoffs. There definitely are. But usually they have to call that out, and just make sure you buy from like one of the established sellers. Like here you go. This guy has sold almost 1,100 of these watches. Can I make this bigger? Hold on a second. Let me make this bigger. Here we go. This guy has sold almost 1,100 of these. There's no way that this is a knockoff. Like eBay would ban this guy in a heartbeat if he was selling fake straps. Like I used to be an eBay seller. I used to be an Amazon seller. They are extremely serious about authenticity and about knockoffs. You can sell knockoffs in some capacity, but what you can't do is say that it's a real, genuine item. So like we'll go in here, scroll down. First of all, look at the guy's feedback, right? Where is it? So 99.9% feedback. He's got like 330,000 reviews, which that means that he's probably sold millions of items. And open box, excellent item in new condition, no wear. So if he's saying open box, that means that it's a genuine. The trail loop, the Alpine loop. And he can't call it an Apple Watch band if it's not made by Apple. He can say a band compatible with Apple Watch, but he can't call it an Apple Watch band. Otherwise, I think that's fraud. So just a heads up. Well, I own several. So Scotch Lobster's asking if there's any way to tell. It really helps if you have, first of all, buy from a reputable seller because they're not selling knockoffs. And make sure that they say that it's an actual Apple Watch strap and not a aftermarket strap. Because we can look at aftermarket straps. Let's see here. Because they sell aftermarket straps on here as well. Like, let's see here. Apple Watch bands. So this one is probably, this might be someone's collection, but let's check this out. Yeah, those look fake. Those look fake for sure, but let's just check. Well, first of all, it ships from China. Definitely a knockoff. Right. So Apple Watch Ultra Bands compatible with. That's a huge warning sign. Not to mention this guy, almost no feedback, right? Don't buy from this guy. I'm not saying that there aren't people on here who will do unscrupulous things. You got to be careful. But the thing is if you get ripped off, eBay will refund your money. Almost no questions asked. So make sure that you're either looking for genuine or OEM. Man, this is restocked recently. There's way more on here than there were before. Anyway, I wasn't even planning on talking about this. But, yeah. Oh, we got J. Cruz there. Yeah. CadMac, what iPads do I have or use? So I got a bunch of iPads because I have kids. But my primary is the M4 iPad Pro, which is way overkill, dude. It's beyond overkill. Like, yeah. So I actually made a video on my channel about Apple Watch straps forever ago because obviously I took a huge break. Let's see here, videos, and they were super high quality, and I got them all on eBay, and I still have most of them to this day. Only one had any issues. The rest were outstanding. And they were like $4 each. And they really felt as good as Apple's watch straps were. They weren't like, yeah, there you go. These $4 fakes beat Apple's $50 watch bands. Gotta look at that, 63,000 views. There are some small differences, but they worked really well. Okay, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. I want to show you guys this too. The long forgotten Lightning to USB-C audio adapter. So I'm planning on using this with future recordings so that I have these binaural microphones, which I'm putting my stake in the ground as the first one to ever do this. And then a bunch of people started copying me. I'm going to go on the record, say I did it first. So binaural records the audio channels separately. So you can listen to, well, it mixes the two channels together, but if I play you something just in my left ear, it's only going to play in your left ear. It's actually really cool. And I'm planning on using those mics for some future recordings for when I review audio products. Like, people really love when I review audio products, and I actually really enjoy it too. I think we're going to get some new HomePods soon, so I'm getting ready. Actually, I'll show you guys what I want. No, there's no more tangents. I'm going to take you guys on way too many tangents, and we're not going to get anything done here. Okay. We got to do it. Should we do Apple Watch Ultra 3 next? One of my favorite Apple devices of all time. Curious which strap I got? Oh, I bet you are. This is going to have a much brighter display. I heard it was slightly thinner. You also get like the little tap gestures to like control things that happen on your watch and I think iPhone. And then you get the blood pressure monitor, which honestly I don't really care about. I just wanted the brighter screen, to be honest with you. Carlos says a video tour of the man came. Oh, it's still Cult Command, my friend. It will always be Cult Command. Yeah, we could do that. You're not the only person that's asked me that, actually. We should definitely do that. Look at that. Dude, I love my Apple Watch Ultra. One of my favorite products that I've ever purchased from Apple. I use it. And I never was a watch person either before I bought it. Sorry, let me clear up some of the trash around here, so we're not totally cluttered here. There we go. Beauty. You guys can't see this, but it's like slightly shiny. Maybe I can get it to show up there. No, maybe not. Yeah, we could do that, Carlos. We're doing it for Carlos, guys. We're doing it for Carlos. Let me go ahead and open this. Why is it that only Apple, out of all the companies on Earth, only Apple can design a pull-off strip that actually works? Have you noticed that? No other pull-off strip on any package on the entire Earth works. Apple's actually do. This is why we love them. Okay. Let's bust this open. There we go. Looks just like my current Apple Watch. I cannot believe how well this overhead camera is working. I need to, we got the quick charge Apple Watch charger here, which I'll probably leave in here for now. Let's go ahead and get this one open. Oh, right. It has the, oh no, that's still ceramic. Okay. What do you think? It looks literally exactly the same as my current Apple Watch. I thought it was going to be thinner. Oh, it actually is slightly thinner. Maybe like a millimeter. It looks like it's a slightly different color too. It's like a slightly different, well, maybe not. I can't tell. All right. Should we open the strap too? I splurged, guys. I got the Milanese loop. So I tried on the black version of the Ultra with the black titanium Milanese loop. Didn't like it. I think that the natural titanium looks a lot better. And the black, like whatever coating they've put on there, I just felt like it looked kind of cheap. It made the Apple Watch Ultra feel cheaper and look cheaper. So decided to stick with the natural titanium, at least for now. Let's put that over there. Where is it? There we go. I think the natural titanium Milanese loop looks so much better than the black version. It's looking a little orange in the camera. There we go. That's probably more how it looks like to me. It's kind of like a silver color. And I've wanted this ever since they released it. Now, how do I get it out of here is the question. Oh, I guess we lift this up. Dude, Apple's packaging team is one of the best in the world. I know people in the packaging business, and they all marvel at, oh, here we go. That's like, okay. Look at that. You just pull on that, and it comes all the way out. Okay. Any Coltcast fans here? Any Coltcast fans here? I know we got a few. I see Jay in here. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Let's pull that out. You almost don't want to unpackage it, you know? You want to just put it on a shelf and just leave it there forever. Okay. Okay, let's take this one off. And let's get this other one on. Now, the Milanese loop is a little bit tricky to get set up. You almost need two people because you have to pop this thing open. See that little tab right there? You have to like pop it up. There we go. And then you have to adjust it before you put it on. Which obviously is not easy to know how tight it should be. So I think it goes on this way. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So let's go ahead and, how do I put this on? Right. I put it this way. I'm left-handed, so I wear it a little bit weird. There we go. And then let's put that in there. I'll probably have to have my wife help me adjust it. Can I get it in there? There's a joke in there somewhere. Let's see here. It's not going in. I think I got a defective one. It's seriously not going in. Let's try again. Maybe I just have to deal with it more aggressively. There we go. That was the problem. Was lack of will. Okay, so then you put it in here. Oh my gosh, dude, I made that way too tight. Okay. Let's back it out a little bit. I think I have to make it. Do I have to go this way or? Yeah, I do. Okay. Right, because the strap length doesn't change. It's only the locking. I screwed that up bad, didn't I? Okay, well, maybe we'll adjust this later. Oh, gobble, gobble, y'all. That's all I need to hear. That's how I know. That's how I know you're a member of the Glove Club. How the heck do I get this thing open, dude? Freaking no fingernails. I keep them short. Fighting condition, right? So I gotta like, there we go. Okay, let's try to do this a little bit more intelligently, shall we? So let's see if we can push this thing down. I can't believe I'm doing this on a live stream. This is probably so boring. Okay, let's put that right there. But I want to show you guys it on, so that's why I'm like going through all this. I do it for you. Okay, I think we're almost there. Almost there? Oh, yeah, we're almost there. We almost got it. We almost did it. Okay, that's good enough for now. Can I get it snapped? Aha! Okay. Dude, that I think looks pretty good. What do you guys think? It's definitely a look, man. It's like gunmetal gray. You're definitely committing to the natural titanium look if you go this route, for sure. There we go. And actually, it's kind of like, it's kind of cyberpunk, I think. And it's also kind of dressy. Feels great. Feels terrific. Doesn't even feel like metal, to be honest, when I have it on. The other thing I like about this is that you can get it wet and it dries off really quick, which is one of the other things I love about the Milanese loop. You guys want a close-up view? Dude, I think that looks pretty good. I gotta say, I am, yeah. Now I'm starting to second guess my choice because like I also liked the black Milanese loop. When you get close to it, it does look cheap, but from afar, it's got like a minimalist black look to it, which I really like. All right. That's the Apple Watch Ultra 3. We got one more thing in the box. What's in the box? Not a huge AirPods 3 Fran. I'm not a fan, and I've not really been a fan of AirPods Pro, to be honest with you. That's what I was trying to say. I like the situational awareness of having the regular AirPod tips, and I just don't really love having the tips in my ears. I have a general no tips in my ears rule, but I figured with the re-architecture of these tips and with the improved sound quality, I was like, I'm going to give them another try. I will give them another try. I know a lot of people really love these, and as much as I love the sound isolation on my AirPods 4 with ANC, and I do, in fact, I made a video that said they're the best earpods in the world, earphones in the world for me. I do want to see what I think about these. So I ended up buying these as well because the ANC, the active noise cancellation on the AirPods 4 with ANC, they are very good, but they're not as isolating as these. Like, obviously, they're not as good as these. And on planes, when I'm at the gym, there's certain areas where I really want to have like a better level of active noise cancellation. And I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to like these for this reason. But the other thing is, I am curious to see if I find these uncomfortable because I have found the other AirPods Pro uncomfortable. So here we go. Yeah, so David from the chat, Jay from the chat is saying, and David, that you only bought the AirPods Pro 3 this year. I've heard a lot of people say that actually. Dude, when I went to the Apple store, they were bringing them out by the brick. Like the retail, the retail cellophane cases, they were bringing them out like 20 at a time. And that table was just swarming with people. Just nonstop people. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting this case to be so massive. Dude, that is huge. Do I have my other AirPods on me? I don't have them on me. These have got to be the biggest AirPods I've ever seen in my life. It looks like a friggin' egg. Okay, so we got like the tips here in the bottom. And I know they give us more tips this year, 5 different tips to choose from. This thing is enormous. I mean, dude, look at this. That is huge. Huge. And it doesn't want to come off either. Maybe I can slide it off. Packaging fail. Major packaging fail. There we go. Ready? Oh, oh, oh. Anyone? Should I try them on? Oh, interesting. I am going to resist the urge to make any facial expressions that communicate my first impression because I actually want to make a video just about the AirPods Pro 3. Okay. Very interesting. How do they look? I've heard some people comment about how they stick farther out of your ears. And I definitely find that to be noticeable. They definitely stick out a little bit farther. Okay. I can't give away anything else. Nothing else. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Wait, you guys want to see the Rudy? All right. Scotch wants the Rudy. Here we go. Oh, can I even do the Rudy? Music sounds great. I love my earphones. All right. America's mayor. America's mayor. God, I really want to talk more about these guys, but I got to save it. We got to talk more about it in an actual review. You know, it's weird. I spent all this money on, it has a lanyard. A little lanyard port right there. That's cool. I wonder if they give me a lanyard. Probably in here somewhere, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. It's interesting, man. Apple has really figured out the strategy. They're smart. TC smart, we know that. he and the marketing team get Apple products into the hands of YouTube reviewers really early, like a week ahead of time. So by the time like a normal person gets their stuff and like reviews them, all the front page videos are all, YouTube people who've had them for like 2 weeks. But I'm still going to do it. I'm going to toss my 2 cents into the mix, and I'm going to review all these products. I'll probably get like 3 or 4 or 5 videos out of them just to see what I think of this stuff. I spent a lot of money, so it'll be worth making some videos about all of it. And this is probably one of the more exciting Apple releases that we've had. I mean, we got so much like new and interesting stuff, and there's clearly like there's a lot of interest around the stuff that Apple has made. Like, and plus YouTube has done a bunch of changes on the algorithm. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but there have been some videos that have broken out that have gotten like 1 million+ views in a day. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a day. Like, not even Apple's announcements sometimes get that many views in a single day. So there's all sorts of crazy interest in these, and then also with the new algorithm changes. Oh, that camera doesn't show it very well, does it? With the new algorithm changes, people are able to get massive views on this stuff. I just don't know if there's going to be a ton of interest by the time I end up making my content, but you know what? We're going to give it a shot. Yeah, I think Rudy's going to have a hard time putting the AirPods in wrong, because the AirPods Pro 3 definitely have a much more opinionated fit now. Like, it's not easy to put them in the wrong way. What I just did there was actually not easy. And you could feel that they weren't in the right way. There we go. How long have I been live? Almost an hour? Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. All right, guys. One more look here at the Apple Watch Ultra 3. What do you guys think about that Milanese loop? I know it's kind of hard to tell if you like something when it's just some dude holding it on his wrist, but I like it. I like it a lot. I might actually switch the strap around so the double-ended portion is on the outside and not the inside, because I think I might like that look better, but we'll see. Yeah, I might need to get a new MacBook Pro. That's actually, that does make sense, David, because I only have the MacBook Pro or the 14-inch M4 Max, and it only has 2 terabytes of storage. It only has 64 gigs of RAM, and I just don't know if it's going to be able to handle a video, like a straight-up timeline with no effects or no filters or anything else, and barely anything else on the timeline but me just talking and showing B-roll. I don't know if it's going to be able to handle that. It was only $4,000. So I'm thinking like maybe I need to wait until the M5 comes out before I actually get those videos out. I'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. But if no videos come out between now and 2035, it just means that the power is just not there. And I can't make the video if the computer won't export it. I mean, there's nothing I can do. So we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely going to be making some videos. I want to make lots of different kinds of videos. I got lots of ideas. I also want to do a lot more news segments. I'm trying to like mix stuff up a little bit, see what might work. Plus, it's kind of hard. Like when you spend $3,000, you can't spend $3,000 every week. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. If you guys like these, drop a like on the video. Help me know that you want me to make more. I don't even know how many people are watching the live stream because YouTube's not telling me. It's probably like 10 of you here now? I have no clue. I wish YouTube would tell me, but I'm glad that you guys are hopping in the chat and hanging out. But that's the tech haul. Keep an eye out on the channel for more shorts. I'm making more of those, and also for the full reviews of AirPods Pro 3, Apple Watch Ultra 3, iPhone 17 Pro, the accessories for the iPhone 17 Pro, smart woven, tech woven, and also the iPhone Air. Curious it doesn't have a number, isn't it? Very curious. All right, I'm going to go ahead and log it off. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate you. I don't even know if I have a scene for this. I don't think I do. So I'm going to have to just say, I'll see you guys next time.